It's Thick Rick and Lewis. We were talking about this dating. People have a dating season, and cross-generational dating is supposed to, it's growing, and it's supposed to get even bigger next year. But that led us to talking about how people have a dating season that begins February 15th and runs through Halloween. And it's, the opposite of cuffing season, which some people get involved in, because they want to have somebody to spend the holidays with. And, man, we got all kind of texts. Chase said he will not date in summertime. Everybody's confident and outdoors competition is too stiff. That makes sense. I get it. Yeah. Summer, I'm just going to, have fun in the summer and do whatever.
Some people are looking for that. Byron said he's 31, would love to find a woman in her 40s or 50s. It's a lot less to deal with than someone in their 20s.
Oh, are you saying that younger girls have drama?
You think?
They do.
Right?
Y'all know it, too. You know it's true.
Maturity has a lot to do with that, though, too.
But it's funny because usually women mature faster than men.
They do, but see, I feel like if you're a dude and you're in your, 20s or 30s, a woman in most cases already more mature than you are. So if you go younger, you're kind of dating someone technically that's right around the maturity level that you are.
Right.
But they're a little younger.
Right.
You date older, there's a chance that the older lady might think you don't have your ish together. And,
That's a very good possibility.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And they'd probably be right. But you never know.
Danielle said, my husband's 4 years younger than me. Not a huge age gap, obviously, but I only originally dated guys much older than me.
Okay.
So she found a younger guy.
Brenda says she's 45, her boyfriend's 39. It's only weird if you think about it. When I was 16, he was only 10.
It's like Doug said, my wife's 8 years older than me. She was 10 and I was 2 when we got together.
Yeah. Jack said he's in his late 20s, wouldn't mind dating a girl in her early 20s. In fact, I signed up for Tinder and set my location to Bucharest, Romania, and got 5 likes in one night.
What?
It definitely feels nice to feel appreciated. The problem with a mail order bride is as soon as you Americanize them, it's all over.
Jack said passport bros don't lie. That's funny.
Malibu Bobby, I date according to my toxicity levels. They're gaslighting liars. Sign me up.
If they are gaslighting liars. Okay. All right. Jen said her and her guy are 13 years in difference. He's 13 years older than she is.
Okay.
Daniel said both my serious relationships have been with older women. Could not see myself dating younger than me.
All
right.
Now, I'm curious with ladies. Is there a security factor if you date older? Do you think maybe there's more security? I don't mean financial security. I just mean more security and stable in the sense that they might not necessarily be out all the time trying to see what else is out there. They might be more settled. Is that play a factor?
Socially secure, I guess?
Yeah.
Emotionally secure?
The financial stuff may come just because by then they should have a job, you would think.
What are we, some sort of relationship experts over
No. I do not take relationship advice from this guy.
Hey, I managed to hang on to a woman for a long time, so and she's still there.
So
I keep waiting to go home and find that Dear John letter.
So have I, and I can't figure out how. That's one of life's great mysteries, I got to tell you.
Jamie said Sean is 11 years older than me. They would be the MF and biases.
Yeah. Yeah, but I see the biases. They do things together.
Yeah.
They live life together.
Oh, man, they got a great relationship, don't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't go wrong there.
See them at concerts all the time.
Someone said, I have not dated and I have not planned to date again, given that women today have ridiculous standards. That's true. Feminism has ruined the modern woman. Okay.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I didn't say that.
No, not you. I'm saying the person who texted that in.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean by they have ruined the modern woman? Because some guys think the modern woman's ruined because she won't sit and cook them dinner and clean their house and do their laundry and,
I'm 35 dating a 21-year-old. Okay. See, I know that, and I can't speak for all men, thank God, but I know when I first turned 21 and I was able, I can't say I was able to get in bars. I had a badass fake ID that let me get into bars all the time when I was 19. But when I was 21 and illegally allowed to go into bars, I always dated girls that were younger than bar girls because they never were out when I was out. And that was always like one of my things. I know that's a bad way to live, but that's how I live.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
We're going out here tonight. You can't get in, but hey, we'll hang out on Sunday. Never, as long as it's not NFL season. Oh,
right. Well, that's something I've always said. If you hate football, don't start dating somebody who loves football. It's a mistake.
Yep.
There's a 50% divorce rate for a reason.
This is true.
And it's simple things like that.
Anchor Key said his last girlfriend 20 years younger, and it lasted 10 years. Wow.
Neil Park said, I'm 6 years older than my wife. We've been together for 25 years so far. I call that a success.
Yeah.
But man, I have heard about people who would get divorced after being married for 35 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, really?
Well, I also know there is a lot, and I had a roommate like this. If you get married too quickly, like the roommate I had was older than I was. He got married right out of high school. And by the time he turned 30 and got divorced, like something just, a switch flipped.
Yeah.
And he was trying to relive everything he missed in his 20s and his 30s.
Yeah. It never works out quite right,
Yeah.
And I believe they call that midlife crisis.
Something like that, or earlier than a midlife crisis. Ann said, bold to say feminism ruined modern women. Andrew Tate and others ruined modern men.
Yeah, I get it, Ann.
And we didn't say that, by the way.
Right.
For the record. Here's the response to that. They pick and choose when equality matters and shame men for having any kind of preference. Okay?
And I don't think that's all women.
I might be just all people in general these days.
Well,
someone said in 2015 I was 40, my girlfriend was 23, and we were together for 7 years. Okay.
So what happened?
Yeah.
So she was 30 and then you were 47.
See, the other thing is, I have a friend of mine that got married to a woman who was much younger than he was. And in my back of my head, you don't say this when they're going through the process of getting married, but in the back of my head, you're going, man, I hope her lifestyle doesn't change. Because all of a sudden, when you're closer to 50 and she's closer to 30, that's a big swing.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. Now, here's a good text. I would agree that modern feminism has ruined a lot of women. Modern feminism is more about anti-male sentiments than true equality. To be fair, many men have become lazy, so it's a two-way street.
Yes. Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah.
Josh said he's about to be 31. His wife will be 33. They got married when they were 19.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, you guys are close. I feel like people who are close in age seem to do pretty well. Doesn't mean it won't work if you're far apart in age, obviously, but I guess, if you're close in age, you're going to have a lot in common.
Yeah.
But if you're far apart in age, you're going to learn about things you didn't necessarily know about that you might like.
Brent Smith, not to be confused with the lead singer of Shinedown, been with his girlfriend Kim for 10 years. She's 8 years older, and he was on a date when they met. So,
all right.
I think it can work. I think it's interesting to see how people review things. And I think online dating makes it worse. I've always been afraid of online dating because you can't see who the person really is. Anybody can pretend to be somebody else.
Right.
On a profile.
Right.
So, anyway, that's what I got.